Passenger turnout on day one of resuming domestic commercial flights after the lockdown was surprisingly high. New protocols such as checking of temperature, mandatory wearing of face masks and the use of hand sanitizers and social distancing were enforced. Passengers even had to hold out their ID from a distance. On board, some seats were left vacant to ensure social distancing. Sean Mendes is the Chief Operating Officer of Africa World Airlines.
Well, so far the response has been very positive. We've had a number of passengers who've been very eager to get back to flying. All our flights today are sold out, so that's been a start. It will be quieter over the weekend because obviously business has not yet opened and it's a long weekend. But we're very positive that as things begin to get a little more back to normal and people get used to the protocols involved with the social distancing and the sanitization and so forth, that we are obviously using sanitizers to wipe down all the surfaces which are used. We are using microfiber cloths for the cleaning because these actually are the best ones to use rather than woven fiber. We use hand sanitizers throughout. We have disinfectant sprays which are used to wipe down inside the aircraft, as well as at the baggage area there is a more heavy duty chemical. You've seen the spray tanks and things which are used to disinfect the baggage and the equipment and the buses which are used to transport the passengers. So overall there's a lot of work which has gone into developing the right formulations and everything in terms of ensuring that the right safety precautions and the right products are being used which are effective specifically against coronavirus, to be able to ensure that anything that a passenger or our staff come in contact with is properly sterilized.
So this is the waiting area where passengers are waiting to board their aircraft. Now, one thing you observe here is this signage on the seats which says, "Please do not sit here." So this is to ensure that there's spacing to adhere to the social distancing protocols, like you can see with these two passengers. This is to ensure that there's no transmission through close contact. Passengers were impressed with the enhanced safety measures at the airport.
I'm very impressed because I came from US. We do the same thing over there. So when I came here, I always carry my gloves and my mask. So that one is very safe for us. I mean, it's very good. They're doing a good job here.
I picked the bus earlier. However, they are not adhering to the safety measures. But for the airlines, the protocols are being enforced and we are being checked at every point.
Deputy Minister for Aviation Yao Afol assured government's commitment to protect passengers and urged passengers to adhere to the new protocols for their safety.
The government is very, very, very interested in making sure that everybody in this country is safe, particularly those who are going to be getting on various aircraft. So my message to them is make sure that all the protocols that have been set in place is followed. Don't get angry at staff if he or she tells you to go and use a sanitizer. Don't tell them, "Oh, I just use it, so I'm not going to use it." You follow exactly what they tell you to do at the airport when you get to the airport. I believe if we do that, we are all going to be safe.
So right from the terminal, your temperature is checked, there's social distancing, the workers and the staff who handle your documents regularly sanitized to ensure there's no transmission. Now here on the air side, if you observe, passengers come out one at a time to ensure social distancing. If you move on, before you board, you're also handed hand sanitizers to ensure that you sanitize your hands before you get to board the aircraft. All these are part of the new measures and protocols that have been introduced by the airport authorities and the Ghana Port Health to ensure that we're able to contain the spread of the coronavirus, as Ghana has taken the bold step to begin its domestic flight operations.